So today's my first test here at the club. Of course, it's going to be in the Europa League third qualifying round. We're going to be taking on FC Vaduz, which I think is going to be a fun time for us. But we're going to have to do it without one player because he picked up a little nagging injury. And I know Ronald Koeman dealt with injuries during his time this season, especially to this one player. So hopefully it doesn't hinder his performance throughout the season. Hopefully he doesn't continue getting injured throughout the season. So let's just get right into it. What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and welcome back to the Toffee Takeover. If you liked what you saw in the first episode and you came back for more, I appreciate you, and I thank you very much for doing so. And let's just get right into it. Our third qualifying match in the Europa League versus FC Vaduz, where we're not going to be having one of our main guys, and that is, of course, our leading man, Sandro, sitting up front. Unfortunately picked up a pulled hamstring in our last friendly match versus Real Madrid, and he's going to be out for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, this is something that has been plaguing him in real life, where he had picked up nagging injuries, and that's why Ronald Koeman wasn't starting him. Hopefully this doesn't happen to me, and hopefully that he comes back and leads the line and gets himself 15-20 goals, maybe in all competitions, spearheading our attacks. And actually, as his injury came down, I wanted to take a look at the medical center to see who exactly is at risk for injury going forward, and that is a lot of people, and I think it's all chalked up to me overplaying them in the friendlies. Hopefully, this list of players right here does not get themselves injured throughout the course of the season, because I cannot afford right now to have an injury crisis, especially since the transfer window is non-existent for me. So hopefully we can keep ourselves fully fit going forward for these first 3-4 months of the season. But with that being said, let's now take a look and see how we're going to line up versus FC Vaduz in the first leg of this qualifying round. So actually using the bunched formation that I showed you in the first episode led to problems in friendly matches, so I'm going to be going with the 4-2-3-1 wide for the time being now. And we're going to have Jordan Pickford sitting in between the sticks because of course we will. The flat back four will be Mason Holgate, Ashley Williams, Phil Jagielka, and Leighton Baines. The two men in the middle will be Idrissa Gana Gueye and youngster Tom Davies. I'm really high on Tom Davies. Hopefully he gets himself some prime development time during this year's Football Manager. The three men sitting in front of him in the attacking mid positions, we got Gylfi Sigurdsson sitting at cam spot, Kevin Morales to his right, and Ademola Lookman sitting out on his left-hand side. And sitting up front now, because Sandro is out, we're going to have to use Wayne Rooney. And see, this is exactly what I love to see in FM18, this whole dynamic and very graphic type of pre-match. And just taking a look at the 3D, the stadium looks amazing, the lineups look amazing, and it looks like Vaduz are going to be coming out in a 5-3-2, so they're going to try and control the match and then launch a counterattack whenever they get the ball. So that's what we're going to have to try and guard against, and hopefully the team is up for it. And I'm just going to tell the boys, we're the favorites here for a reason. Go out there and give the fans a performance that they want. Mason Holgate, what are you doing, son? And a nice little 3D handshake beforehand, and I'm going to be going with the 3D TV view for this entire series, and maybe just for here on out, just because 3D in FM18 is so much better than 2D is, so I might as well give you guys a little bit of a treat and go with the 3D look. And just let me know in the comment box below what you think about the 3D and just the graphics in general, because they look so much prettier than they did last year. Throw in deep, Leighton Baines. I don't know why he just didn't throw it to a blue shirt. Leighton Baines should be doing a lot better with those throw-ins, but we are able to get the ball back. Davies lumping it way over the top to Ademola Lookman. He's tackled off the ball. It's just a lot of back-and-forth football right now. Maybe we can hold on to possession and get a decent shot. Ademola Lookman! Or sorry, Ademola Lookman, that's going to be counted as an own goal because it wasn't a cross whatsoever, but Ademola Lookman bouncing it off the defender, and it's 1-0 to Everton early on, 8 minutes in. Let's take a look at that again. Like I said, great passing between Davies and Siggy. Finds Ademola Lookman, who I don't know if he was trying to get it up to Wayne Rooney, but it bounces off defender and into the back of the net it goes. I'll take it. A goal is a goal. And so far during this first half, not many other highlights aside from that opening goal. We've had 4 shots. We've had 3 of them being on target. Vaduz haven't had a single shot on target yet. Possession relatively even, but somehow we got ourselves in the lead off of a lucky own goal. And I'm fine with that. But the rest of the team needs to kind of pick up the pace a bit, and that's really what the team talk is going to be about. I'm just far from pleased with what I see from this team because, yeah, we're winning, but you're not doing good enough to get yourself chances against a team like Vaduz at home. You need to be doing better. A few players that aren't just doing too well: Ademola Lookman, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Mason Holgate. I might sub those players out later on in the matches. We're hitting up the 60-minute mark. I might as well start subbing players out. Mason Holgate, apparently Michael Keane can play on that right-hand side. I didn't really think that he could, but we're going to do that. And Idrissa Gana Gueye is going to come out for Morgan Schneiderlin. I'm going to keep the last sub in my back pocket because making 3 subs early, it's prone to getting yourself a red card. It's prone to getting yourself an injury that you can't make that final sub with. Making my final sub, Omar Nias coming on in that striker role, but like I said, it's just been a dead half. Not much has happened shots-wise for either side. Possession has stayed relatively the same, and I'll be fine with this. We'll be taking a lead going into Vaduz. We didn't give up any sort of away goal at this point in time. 5 minutes of added time. That is insane. I've not seen 5 minutes of added time in a Football Manager game at all. So that is the first time I've ever seen that. Ademola Lookman almost getting himself on the score sheet proper, but it ends 1-0 after the first leg at home. Not the best. Honestly, going to say right now, not the best. So we need to pick up the pace when we go back to Switzerland, actually Liechtenstein, since they're a Liechtensteiner team, and we need to do a lot better. And before we get into our second leg, I might as well take this time to show you guys where exactly the Premier League odds makers have us finishing. And they currently say that we are going to be finishing in 7th place, and they feel like it's a gigantic gap between us and Spurs for that 6th place spot. 36-1. I mean, I feel like 7th place is the most realistic expectation that we can have. It was the most realistic expectation in real life to get Everton in the 7th place. Around the rest of the league, City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, top 4, Liverpool and Spurs, 5th and 6th. Now, as far as the rest of the competition expectations that the board have levied on us, in the Europa League, they say reach the quarterfinals, which if that's a real-life expectation, well, then Everton have failed massively in that aspect. Hopefully, we don't follow suit. Then taking a look at the rest of the cups, the FA Cup, they expect us to reach the 5th round, which I think is very doable. And as far as the Carabao Cup, the League Cup is concerned, it says not important, but if we go on a deep run in that, I'm going to throw all my eggs into that basket and try and win that trophy, because as we hear from the red side, we haven't won a trophy in 22 years. I'd love to at least get something out of this season, if at all possible. Alright, now let's get into the second leg of our tie versus Vaduz, traveling out to Liechtenstein, and there's going to be 3 changes on our lineup. Vlasic is going to be coming in for Ademola Lookman. We're going to have Morgan Schneiderlin coming in for Idrissa Gana Gueye, and Michael Keane, now that he's fully fit, is going to be sitting there on the back line in place of Ashley Williams, because I need the pace and I need the better defensive stats there, because we need to hold down this lead. Everyone else is going to stay the same. Let's go out there, let's do the job, and let's get ourselves through to the playoffs. And it looks like Vaduz are going to be coming out themselves in a 4-2-3-1, the bunch formation that I, of course, was using in the first couple of preseason matches, but didn't really work out for me. Maybe if they do extremely well versus us, then maybe I need to take a look at see how they run it. Instead of going full-on attack mode with this 4-2-3-1, I'm going to be playing a little bit more of a counter-attacking style. I want to try and have the defense as far back as possible so they don't hit us on counterattacks. They don't throw long balls up over the top, just so we can have a solid back line. And as it stands right now, not even 90 seconds in, Nikola Vlasic taking a shot from deep, and it just goes over the bar. This is a highlight directly from that restart off the goal kick, and just take a look at how Vaduz are attacking us. This is what I wanted to see in the preseason. Lovely stuff by them, just breaking through our defensive line. We need to have that sort of cohesion going forward in the Premier League, not just in the competitions like the Europa League. We need to have this in all competitions. They're still coming forward. Bueller with the cross, and what a miss by Ori. Thought for sure that would have led to a goal. And if this match does end up being a 0-0 snorefest, I'll be happy because we at least got ourselves through the playoffs, but I'll be slightly concerned that the tactics that we have right now just aren't doing it versus a team like Vaduz. We need to look towards how to better this tactic going forward for the Premier League and see how well that we can actually take on those Premier League sides. Morales getting it through, and Michael Keane, how did he miss that? What a lovely free kick that was. Thought for sure it would have been a goal for us, but it goes begging, and it's 1-0 going into halftime. Everyone's looking very average, including Wayne Rooney, Vlasic, and Sigurdsson with a 6-5. That's not good. That really isn't what I want to see. Hopefully we can pick it up in the second half and, like I said, hold this down and get ourselves through. 3 minutes in, throw in from Keane to Schneiderlin. Vlasic taking a crack at it, forcing the goalkeeper to make a save, and it's going to be a corner kick for us. And it looks like it's going to be Siggy taking the corner kick. Where are we going to go with it? He decides to go short. And that was not the best option. Now Vaduz could hit us on a break, except that was booted up. Good stuff there. I just look at the way that some of our front three have been playing. I really do not want to keep them going on. And that's a foul in the box. That's got to be a foul in the box. They call it. And as stepping up to the spot, of course, is going to be Gylfi Sigurdsson. Can Gylfi put this match away with a shot from the penalty spot? He goes right. Keeper dives right way, but it goes underneath him, and it is 2-0 to the club. And we got ourselves that all-important away goal. Vaduz now need to get themselves 3 goals if they want to win this match. In 30 minutes, they could still do it. And at this point in time, I'm going to be making a couple of subs. Ademola Lookman's coming on for Vlasic, and Idris Aganagay is coming in for Schneiderlin, just to have ourselves pace on the wings and a little bit better defense coming inside for these last 30 minutes. What a lovely cross/shot. And it's going to set up a corner kick as the rain is now coming down here in Liechtenstein. I don't know if you could see the rain, but it looks like it's pouring. And with the exception of that penalty kick, it looks like this second half has been relatively boring. Davy Klaassen has been my third sub, and now he's on the ball, getting in a cross. It falls to Lookman, and Ademola Lookman almost getting his first goal of the season proper. It's good save by the goalkeeper, forcing a corner kick, but nothing really comes of it. 3 minutes of added time is on the clock, and it's pretty much come and gone. The referee blows his full-time whistle. It's another 1-0 on the day, but we played much better this time around. 10 shots, 5 on target, a little bit less possession, but we were looking the more dominant side versus them, away from home as well. That's very, very strange, but it's an advancement to the Europa Cup, or not the Europa Cup, the Europa League playoffs, and I'll just tell the boys, yeah, you did okay. You did okay for a match versus a side like Vaduz. So taking a look at all the groups, we're sitting down here in Group 4 as a seeded team alongside with Fenerbahce and Sparta Praha, and actually a matchup from real life could potentially happen. Hajduk Split are down here in the unseeded side, so potentially have a real-life matchup there. We can also have AEK Athens or CS Craiova from Romania. Oh man, I'm actually very interested if we are going to have ourselves that real-life matchup. But we're just going all the way through. No, we don't have Hajduk Split. So that means we're going to have ourselves AEK Athens, the team from Greece, as our playoff matchup in the Europa League. So when we come back, that's where we're going to be taking on. And I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. If you did, please go and drop it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you are new to the channel for more FM18 content. Leave a comment below on what you thought about today's episode, what I need to change in my tactics going forward, who I should potentially be scouting for the future winter transfer window to get my squad better than what it is right now, and anything else you want to leave in the comment box below, please feel free to do so. But anyway, guys, I've been Gendo, and you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and peace out.